Today we're going to try and do a tropical, using a lot of exotic flowers, birds of paradise, some peacock feathers, dendrobium, curly willow, and some of the tropical foliages. Acuba, some tea leaves, safari sunset, and a little bit of leather fern. You're going to start out by starting with your height. Before I get started, I've already prepped my container. I've got my foam in here. That's for your insertions on your flowers. I left it a little high because I want to do a little draping over the front with some tropical foliage. So I'm going to start out with some height. And it doesn't have to be a perfectly straight stem. You want a little character to your bouquet. Curly willow is always a good accent in tropical. It just adds that wild tropical feel. And then by getting started with your height with your birds of paradise, then you're going to drop down into another level, just like if you're walking in the mountains in Hawaii. We're going to do some tea leaves, we're going to do a little splitting, and we're going to do a little curling. I sharpen the end, point it, and it just slides right through your leaf. Gives you a little fold over. Now this is where I left my oasis a little taller. That gives you a little more angle going down over your vase. Especially sharpen the point so it'll go through your foliage on your tea leaves a little bit easier. Gives you a little. Now we're going to add a few pieces of the acuba just to give you that waterfall feel coming over your vase. That'll add a little color to it down there also. Now we're going to go with the dendrobiums. Sometimes I like putting them through the leaves. It kind of makes it feel like it's growing right out of the hillside. Orchids don't really have to be in water, deep into the water, as long as they have the water going into the stem. What it is, they drink very little. But orchids are such beautiful flowers. This gives you that real tropical feel. And tropical, I always like to come out in the front of your bouquet also to give you that feel like it's coming right out and touching. Now we've got our basic look. Now we're just going to add some accents and some of the tropical foliages. Peacock feathers, this is just very light and airy, and what it does just adds a little accent. Always cut your flowers at an angle when you're using oasis. The reason you do that is it goes into your oasis a lot easier, and it acts as a wedge. Keeps your flowers from coming back out of the oasis. This is called Safari Sunset. It's relative to the protea, and this particular one, it almost looks like a sunset. Okay, now we've got our main bouquet done. We're just going to fill in, and what we want to do, we want to fill in to cover our mechanics. You don't want a lot of foliage just spraying out. So what we're doing here, we're going to cover all of our mechanics. And when I say mechanics, it's your foam that you use, tape, wire, any of your supplies that you want to kind of camouflage. You don't want it to be sticking out like a sore thumb. You want to kind of cover it up. And when you're doing a one-sided bouquet like this, which is with the tropical flowers, you want to cover your mechanics from behind also. What that does, if it's on a table, somebody looks from the side, at least it's going to be covered up. It won't look so bad. And there we have it.